This is Matt from MK Partners, and today we're going to show you how we make cold brew coffee. We like to start with some fresh beans. You can buy grounded beans already, but we prefer to use fresh ones. It tastes better. Now we need to ground those beans into grinds, and you can use a manual grinder like this. You can also use a motorized one. Now we tend to make a lot of coffee, so we use a motorized one. This particular model will output the grounds into this little bin here. And the key is to make sure that you have one that doesn't just keep spinning around forever, but allows you to control the size. So we want to use the coarsest setting possible. This one adjusts like this, and we use the coarsest setting, and we use that to get enough grounds to make our coffee. Now, knowing how much you want to make is basically the first step. And in general, the ratio that I like to use is 1:8. So 1 part coffee for 8 parts water. And once I've measured it out, I'll go ahead and pour the water into here. Try to get the whole thing wet. And often when I'm done, I'll even just shake it a little. This container is going to be closed real tight. And then I'll put it in the fridge for at least a day. I usually do 2. Now, the longer you keep it in the fridge, the stronger that coffee is going to get. So you can kind of control how strong your coffee is just by controlling how long you keep it in there. At some point, you're going to want to use a filter to filter out the coffee from the grounds. And so you can get a filter like this. Some people use cheesecloth. And what I usually do is I filter it into another container. And so I'll pour this into this other container. You don't have to do it that way. If you want, you can pour directly from here into the filter and into a cup. That's an option too. But just keep in mind that every day that coffee is getting stronger. So the amount of coffee that you pour into your cup on day 1 is probably going to be more than the amount you'll pour in on day 4 or 5. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you what this looks like. So this is already made. This was made about a week ago. And then 2 days after we made it, we poured it into this container. So usually what I do is pour in some coffee. And then if that's 1 part coffee, I'll do 1 part milk and 1 part water after that. You can, again, vary it based on your taste and based on the strength of your coffee. But this is way stronger than the hot coffee that you normally make. So it tastes really good. It's not acidic. It's not bitter. It almost actually tastes like coffee ice cream. But you can kind of adjust it based on your preference and based on how you're making it. And so you have a lot more control. And I find that when I drink my cold brew coffee, I work with Salesforce way faster than when I'm working with hot coffee. Thanks.